Hey, so you want to know what's going on between Hakeem Jeffries and Jared Kushner? Well, have a seat, because do I have a story for you. We're going to start in 2018 with criminal justice reform. If you watch my videos, you'll know exactly where I'm going with this just by hearing that. I did a deep dive on Jared Kushner and Cory Booker's relationship, how Booker has been groomed since college and goes way back with Kushner. Well, there happened to be 4 lawmakers that were pushing for this version of criminal justice reform. Cory Booker, Dick Durbin, Mike Lee, and one lowly House member, Hakeem Jeffries, who is not Speaker yet. We're going to come back to this, so hold on tight. Before Hakeem Jeffries came to Congress, he worked for a very powerful law firm as a corporate litigator. The law firm will probably be familiar to many of you, Paul Weiss, a firm that's been powerful in Democratic politics since Kennedy, maybe even before. And it just so happened that when Jeffries was finishing up his time as a mid-level associate, Jared Kushner was starting his position as an intern in that very same firm, a firm that the Kushners had a long relationship with. For instance, they advised a real estate investment trust on a $266 million sale to the Kushners, or their companies. As a corporate firm, Paul Weiss does quite a bit of defending of white-collar crime. Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner, who Cory Booker famously was the only Democratic vote to approve his ambassadorship, was convicted and imprisoned for white-collar crime, witness tampering, tax evasion, and reporting false information to the FEC. He was sentenced to 2 years and 18 months in prison. And his little nepo baby Jared did not like that too much. So when Trump won in 2016, he saw not just an opportunity to pardon his father, which was pretty much a given already, but a chance to make sure that this never happened to any of his powerful friends again. Because how dare we put rich people in prison? And now we can come back to that criminal justice reform. The First Step Act passed by Trump in 2018, and it passed the Senate 87-13. At the time, everyone was like, yeah, well, at least we're doing something good. But that's not what it did at all. In fact, most of the things that were good were taken out. The bill was about reducing sentencing, but at least 68 crimes were listed as disqualifying. This, of course, included violent crimes, but also repeat firearm offenses and a lot of major drug offenses. And yet nothing about cannabis, which is the biggest reason that people are locked up where they shouldn't be. More important to Kushner, though, not a single white-collar crime was listed as disqualifying. So they all got shorter sentences. If his dad had been convicted today, he'd barely serve any prison time. And yet Republicans love to go on and on about how Democrats like to let prisoners out early. Seems it's only of a certain type. I mean, why do you think the Kardashians were behind the bill? Just out of the goodness of their heart? Come on. Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker have been doing favors for the Kushners for decades. And that law firm that they work for has been a revolving door for powerful people for like the last 100 years. Loretta Lynch, Attorney General for Obama. Jay Johnson, DHS Secretary for Obama. Ramsey Clark, Attorney General for Lyndon B. Johnson. Theodore Sorensen, a speechwriter for Kennedy. Adlai Stevenson, U.S. Ambassador to the UN and 2-time presidential candidate. And many, many others. When I talk to you about the darkness of elite political power, I really don't think it sinks in for most. Probably because you haven't seen it up close like I have. This is a world that operates by a much different set of moral rules and just plays with us, giving us just enough information to make things kind of make sense. Thankfully, with things like the Epstein files, we are getting close to once and for all breaching this barrier. But we've got a long way to go, and now that we're all aware of it, now that the veil has been lifted, they are 10 times more defensive, and we've got an uphill battle on our hands. Our fight starts with getting people like Jeffries and Booker, and of course, every Republican the hell out of there. Now, in response, the Democratic establishment is trying to say that these attacks are racist, because of course they are. But it's only about black people as much as it is about their leadership, which has been hijacked by corrupt interests. And all caucuses in Congress, for that matter, have been hijacked by these corrupt interests. They have become the centerpiece of controlled opposition, a way to keep us at bay, to keep us from causing real good trouble. This is why we have to focus on the elite, no matter what the race or ethnicity is. But, of course, it's mostly white people.